All right, so in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to instantly build a connection with somebody over the phone when you're selling final expense life insurance. Ultimately, one of the most important things that you have to do in order to close somebody is sell them on yourself, right? Building that connection, creating that trust so that they ultimately are comfortable enough having you protect their family and having you sign them up for life insurance, giving you their social security, their banking, everything over the phone. You have to build rapport and you have to build trust. Right? So I'm going to show you guys the best, most up-to-date modern method to do this that doesn't sound creepy, is not weird, not awkward. You're not telling them that their first name sounds cool. It's really the most natural and efficient way to build rapport with someone over the phone so that it'll help you close more deals, right? So let me first talk about what is the wrong way to do this, because this is what a lot of people train and this is what a lot of people do. There's something called the fort method, right? And basically what this is first you talk about their family, then you talk about their occupation, then you talk about their recreation, and then you transition into the sale, right? So you're basically going through all these random off-topic topics of conversation, like, oh, what's your grandkid's name? Oh, what do you do for work? Okay, cool. What do you like to do for fun? All right, well, let's get into the sale, right? And this is just like totally wrong. It's really awkward. It seems forced. They know you don't actually care. They know that you're just looking for the sale. Just checking if my mic is on. And it's very uncomfortable for both of you, right? So I highly recommend not doing this. What I recommend doing when it comes to building rapport and, building trust is something we call backend rapport, okay? And so basically what this means is you're just going to build the rapport on the back end, right? But let's talk about how you actually do that tactically. And I have a couple notes here. Basically, what you want to do is get straight to business, especially over the phone. You need to get straight to business because you're on a time crunch, right? Telesales, time crunch. They can hang up at any time, right? If I'm in their home, I'm not so much on a time crunch because it's a lot more difficult to kick somebody out of your house than it is to just hang up on the phone. It's a lot less confrontational. It's a lot easier to just hang up the phone than it is to say, hey, you need to get out of my house now. So telesales, you're on a time crunch. You don't have time for this fort method, all this crap that's super awkward. You need to get straight to business and tell them why you're calling, right? So you get right into the sales presentation as soon as you call. And from there's basically going to be dead space in the call, right? So for example, I've just, gone through, done the discovery, asked some different questions about, why they're actually looking for life insurance, what they're looking to protect, and I'm transitioning to ask the health questions. So I'm pulling up my quota, I'm pulling up insurance toolkits, boom, that's dead space. So what you're going to want to do as you're doing that is with the dead space, I'm going to write a couple different things. Your goal, there's two ways that you're going to build rapport. And one is keeping promises and two is making small talk, right? So with dead space, you're going to keep promises, make and keep promises, and then small talk. That's what you're going to fill the dead space with, right? And the dead space is basically that transition time. Okay, give me 1 second as I pull these quotes up, right? Most people just go silent. They don't say anything. They go, shh, no words, right? And the prospect's on the other end just confused. But if you fill the dead space with these different things I'm about to show you, you're building rapport and moving and progressing the sale forward as opposed to making it awkward and making the prospect question why they're even doing what they're doing. So you're going to fill the dead space by making promises and keeping them, right? So this is super simple. It's literally just, hey, I'm going to do this, and then you do it. Hey, give me 1 second. I'm going to pull up these quotes for you, and then you pull up the quotes for them. Hey, Ms. Jones, give me 1 second while I get logged in here. I'm just going to ask you a couple health questions, and then I'll get straight into the prices. And then you pull up, ask some health questions, and then get into the prices. So you're literally just saying, this is what I'm going to do, and then you do it. So you're keeping the promises that you're making. This is very rare these days, But if you literally just keep micro promises, it's going to build that rapport. Like, there's been times where I tell my girlfriend, hey, we're going to go out to dinner tonight, and we don't, right? And that's an example of making a promise and not keeping it. But if I made those promises and then kept them every time, my believability would go up, and her trust in me would be higher, right? So that's making and keeping promises. Small talk is very simple, but a lot of people struggle with it, and I used to as well. So I'm going to give you guys the best, most efficient, easy framework I've learned to make small talk. When it comes to small talk, you literally just want to mirror what they're saying, right? So small talk is kind of like starting a lawnmower, right? You pull the cord one time and it just sputters out. Nothing happens. You pull it again and it sputters out again. You pull it again, and on the third try, rip, the thing's rolling, right? Small talk's the exact same way. So for example, you can ask them a question about something, right? Oh, you got any plans for the weekend, right? As you're pulling the quotes up. Hey, Ms. Jones, give me 1 sec. I just got to ask you, get logged in here, and so I can ask you a couple of health questions to see what you qualify for. As I'm pulling that up, so do you got any plans for this weekend, right? Boom. That's a super easy question to ask. Always kills it. Usually you ask that later in the week, or you can ask, you got any grandkids? Just something like that, right? Those are two very simple questions you can use. Let's say she says, no, I'm just going to stay in. I got a couple doctor's appointments. Boom. Topic, doctor's appointments. So I'm going to pull the one word from what she said. Doctor's appointments, right? Okay, cool. Yeah, you got doctor's appointments, whatever. I had to go to the doctor blank time because I had blank, whatever it is. Literally just anything from your life that relates to a doctor's appointment, right? Oh yeah, I just went to the dermatologist last week. Gosh, it's so crazy. I had to pay a $50 copay just for them to tell me I was fine. Those doctors, man, right? Boom. That's small talk right there. It's super simple. And then she'll say something like, yeah, 100%. That's the first pull, right? We didn't start the conversation. We just kind of got like 2 responses. So then I'll say something again. Maybe I can bring up my weekend plans. Yeah, this weekend I'm actually going to go on a hike out in the woods. You like spending time in nature, or what are kind of your hobbies that you do, right? And so I'm sort of using this fort method, but I'm doing it on the back end instead of leading off with this at the front of the sale, right? And so basically the key with small talk is literally whatever they say. So let's say, for example, I'm going fishing this weekend. Boom. Okay. Fishing. That's the word we're going to pick out. So then I could say, and you don't want to lie, you just want to say something that's true. For me, for example, oh, really? That's awesome. I mean, I haven't really been fishing too much, but it's always been super fascinating to me. Have you ever seen those people that do like the spear fishing on Facebook? Right? They'll just like shoot fish underwater, like spear fishing. And then they'll reply, whatever. And then all of a sudden I can get into a conversation from that. Right? So it's literally just pulling one word, saying something from your own experience, and that's literally small talk right there. Pick one word out, say something either related to your life or ask them another question about it, and you can just spur these conversations that'll come and just start. It's basically like a spider web, right? So once you get something that comes, it just starts doop, 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 doop. It's just like tree branches. There's all these different ways that you can take the conversation. All right, you guys have had conversations before. I don't have to explain this to you. And basically the way that you build this rapport and you build this trust is like you just keep making these little micro promises and keeping your commitments. You make small talk to really like build that connection and build some more trust. And if you do this and you execute it properly, these people will literally just start telling you everything about their lives. Like their deepest, darkest fears of what will happen when they pass away and all this and all that. And they'll just start spilling this information to you that you can then use to help you close a deal. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is how to use back-end rapport and how to instantly build a connection with anybody over the phone to help you close more final expense deals. Hit the like button if you enjoyed this video. Hit the subscribe button for more. And if you want to learn how you can get free leads, daily training, and literally all of the tools that you could possibly need to make 6 figures over the phone, click the link down below to learn more about joining our agency. There's a link down below there with 20-minute training that kind of shows how the agency works, how you could potentially be a part of it. So if you want to learn more about that, hit the link down below. And without any further ado, I will see you guys in the next one. Take care. Peace.